Hello and welcome to Tabletop Oddity. My name is Jay and today we're going to be talking about the upcoming point changes for Star Wars Legion. And you might be like, Jay, this is the first I've heard of this. And that makes sense. So as of I think it was about 10 hours ago, I was well asleep. FFG on the live stream did an interview with the head of studio, Andrew Navarro. And the gentleman at the end of that stream essentially said, our next stream is on Tuesday where they're going to preview point changes for Star Wars Legion. Now, the live stream on Tuesday, I think we thought was going to be like the Operative Luke, Operative Vader, etc. But now it's looking like it might be point changes. Straight from the horse's mouth, so whilst it is there's a possibility that it could be wrong, I think we've got to accept that it likely isn't. But let's show you, I'll show you the evidence and then we'll talk about what that might mean and what units might get it, etc. On Tuesday, there you have it. There is going to be a live stream of Star Wars Legion showing the Rebel and Imperial Showdown, so we expected that. By the way, at the end of this video, you want to like and subscribe. I'd very much appreciate that. So we have the stream, we know that's coming, and then as of like last night, and I'm going to let this play, I've tested the audio, so it shouldn't like blast your ears, but we'll listen to what we're saying.
Showing off new stuff, so come and visit, subscribe to our channel, hit that bell so you're notified whenever we post new videos.
Subscribe.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. This coming Tuesday, we're going to be doing some Star Wars Legion on the table. It won't be Clone Wars, it'll be Empire versus Rebellion, and they're actually going to show off some of the points rebalancing that might be coming. So you guys will get a little teaser of that.
I mean, it's hard to refute that. Like, the gentleman literally says points rebalancing, that it's coming for Star Wars Legion. Now, I think this, I mean, apart from for the fact that FFG are saying it, I think this is likely true. So, at the Gen Con, I was predicting point changes then because we'd heard in interviews and discussions that Alex and Luke were talking about point changes. But we've been confirmed that there'll be no app. So, they were talking, well, it's a little bit weird. They were talking about point changes, but with no app. So we still don't know if this is going to be an app. I've got to presume that maybe it's just going to be an errata of some of the really key like imbalances in the game, which there's not necessarily loads, but I think they'll really specifically target just a few things if they're going to do this, rather than say readdress the whole thing. Because quite frankly, I don't think it needs a readdress of the whole thing. So it's hard to refute, hard to deny. No reason at the moment to say that this would be incorrect. We'll check on Tuesday's live stream. Obviously, if I'm up and awake, I'll obviously come on and we'll discuss them. As of right now, there's not much more to do apart from to speculate on what those point changes might be, which is obviously speculation. And let's look at the key ones. By the way, at the end of this video, I'd like you, if you've got three like units that you think really need the point change, like do whack them in the comments. And if you extra like bonus points, if you actually give me the points because you think they will be, I'm very curious what everybody's like opinion is on that. I'm gonna go with, well, I mean, there are some obvious ones, right? The Airspeeder is a classic. I had one on my desk somewhere, I don't know where it is, completely unbuilt, unpainted, etc. The Airspeed is too many points. If anything, that could come down 20, 30, 40 points, something just insane, because it doesn't get used, and I don't think anything apart from a massive point change is really going to change that. I do think you might see like an ATST drop, because it's sort of, the vehicles have been replaced by the newer, better vehicles, so they might try and readdress those. And then I think you could see, and I'm a little bit worried that this might not happen because of the Operative Luke and Operative Vader, but I'd really like Vader to come down in points, the Commander Vader. He's just, see, there are some combinations where he works really well, and I think with the Operative card where he gets to deploy wherever he wants, basically with Infiltrate, I think his value might go up. But I think when you compare him to what like Luke does, he is just too many points. And it would bless my heart, would just be so happy if Vader was changed. And then the snipers. So I realised I've got more than three, but whatever. I'm rambling. So I've got more than three, but the snipers I think could definitely go up in points. I don't want to make predictions necessarily in terms of those, because I don't really know if like they'll deem a 5-point increase, a 10-point increase worth it. Or that kind of thing. So I'll leave the point guessing up to you. But I sort of hope that they don't do too much, because like you rock up to a table and you're playing somebody and you're like, hey, how much did you pay for your Vader? It's like, I paid 200 points, but you know, oh, you've got 20 points spur because he's come down 20 points. You'd be like, no, or the other way around where he's gone over, or he or she have gone over the points limit because they didn't know, which is fine in casual games. I doubt you'd actually be that bothered, but in tournaments, obviously the list should get checked and stuff like that anyway, so it shouldn't really happen. Again, I would have, if we're not getting it, I hope there's an app. That's what I hope there's an app, even though I'm pretty sure they said several times that they're not going to do an app. Although I don't actually know where I heard that. In my head, I've been told that there's no app, but maybe I'm going to be wrong. Yeah, so that's it basically. Let me know if there are going to be points changes. I think point changes would be great news, no matter what. I think the only downside is obviously you've got points on cards that aren't relevant, and it's just in the back of the rule book or whatever, as an errata. Unless they do have an app, in which case I'm all for it. I think it's a good thing, and it's a shame because you're then going to be playing with points that aren't actually right. But certain things, mainly all the things that I just mentioned, are very obvious standouts. And they'll probably do those mixed in with some that they just don't like. So I know that's a bit weird, but they might not like Sabine's bombs or Bosk's crits or whatever. Do you know what I mean? There might be something that they just think, oh, that's not actually particularly fun, so we're going to change that points wise or what have you. So yeah, I'm really happy about this in one sense, in that I think it's going to make things usable. I've not used my ATST in over a year. It's literally sat on the windowsill in my bedroom doing absolutely nothing. And I said my airspeed is just randomly on my messy desk. So these things aren't getting used. I said I would have preferred an app, but I'll take this. There is a chance that this is a mistake. I know some people in the Discord have been like, they might have been talking about X-Wing, and that might be true, but Tuesday is the day of the Legion live stream. Would you have done an entire live stream based around Operative Vader and Operative Luke? I don't know. This would be a really good time to show that you could preview them on the 3rd and release all the point changes when Clone Wars goes live. That would be good, I think. Yeah, if they're going to do it, they're going to do it, and I very much like that. And yeah, that's it. So let me know your top 3. I'm very intrigued. Don't go more than 3. I don't want to a diatribe of every single unit with every single point value that you think it should be. Please don't. We'll just stick with top 3, see if we can find a bit of consensus. If I said it, I randomly interjected, but if you like this video, if you're interested in Star Wars Legion and you're not subscribed to the channel, please do. As we'll hopefully be back on Tuesday covering the points, maybe Wednesday, depending on when the live stream is and if I'm awake and that kind of stuff. All in all, have a most beautiful day, and goodbye.